Hi guys, Daz here with comic haul number 14, my second haul of the week, hence it's my shortest haul of the week. But I've got two or three good books, anyway what I consider to be good books. And of course there's Dazzie's news run to come and plenty of spec. I've picked out a few good books for you guys to look out for at the end. So let's crack on. And we'll start with the fifth installment from Scout Comics. Of course, it came late from Forbidden Planet, as always. And that is Stubby Bunny, number 5. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue with this series. This could be the final issue for me. I've read up to number 3, I think, which I've quite enjoyed. But I'm not sure, I've got a lot of books on my radar, and I don't know how much more spec there's going to be. The first 2 or 3 issues have really doubled up and even trebled up in price. But the fourth one dropped a little, so we'll see. That's usually the case with these independent runs. But it is a good read, something a bit different. Okay, this book was solely for one reason I picked it up. This is Batman issue 48, and this is the regular cover. I think this was the better of the covers for me actually this week. Now the sole reason I picked this book up, and this is in several DC books this week. So if you're a completist. Now I've spoke about Teen Titans 20 and the Teen Titans special that's coming out. Now I believe the Teen Titans special is going to have the first cameo of Lobo's daughter, Crush. And Teen Titans 20 is going to have her first full appearance. That's what I believe. But in some of these DC comics this week, I believe it's in Justice League as well, and maybe DC Nation number 1, we have the first picture of Lobo's daughter, Crush, and a little preview. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of these printed, and they're not going to be worth anything. But if you're a completist, like I generally am, and I picked up a Batman issue earlier because it had the first preview of Sideways, so you never know, it might pick up steam if that ever goes to live action. And that is the first comic appearance, I guess, of Crush, Lobo's daughter. And of course we know there's a Lobo film coming down the line, I believe from Michael Bay. Not sure about that, but the potential is massive with Lobo. So if you haven't got a Mega Man 3 and you see it for a good price, grab one, guys, pick it up. First appearance of Lobo. Now, I went to my comic book shop on Wednesday, and there was a couple of issues I was looking for. I thought about grabbing the Deathstroke 32 Matina cover. Of course, my shop didn't have it. They've had all the other Matina covers, but not that one. What a surprise. So I couldn't grab that. I also looked at the Dazzler, is it Senkovic variant cover. They only have one in the shop. I had my hands on it, but it had the biggest spine tick. And I'm not picking up modern books with ticks on. I'm not paying, because they are pricey, aren't they? Even £5 some of them. Well, Amazing Spider-Man was like £9, wasn't it? 800. But this, I did go to another shop, and I've now started putting in the current week's issues. It's like an antique store. It's called the Malthouse Collective, I believe, over in Stroud. And this is a really, really minty copy. It's got to be a 9.6, maybe a 9.8, and that is Immortal Hulk number 1. Again, I don't know whether there's much spec in it. It is the first Immortal Hulk book, and the main reason I picked it up, I suppose, is I'm a big follower of Al Ewing. You know, if you remember, recently I went to Leamington Spa Comic Con and I had him sign 28 of my books, and he was more than happy to talk. At that point, he'd written about 5 or 6 of the issues. So I'll give it a read and see where we go with that one. Immortal Hulk. Like I say, it's a 9.6, maybe even a 9.8. I don't see anything wrong with that. And that's very rare, because my local comic book shop had maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 copies, and they were damaged. I mean, significantly damaged, and they were on the shelves. And I'm thinking, I'm not buying them. So shout out to Jim's Comics. I've been following his previews that are coming out now on a Monday, I believe. And for a few weeks now, he's been speaking of Infinity Countdown. I might go back and pick up 1, 2, and 3 because they're Forging in Armour, I believe. But as well as that, Infinity Countdown 4 has the first appearance of a new character. So thanks, Jim. Called Requiem. I have been following this a bit on the forums. And the CBSI website said if you're going to go for just one of the covers, this was the one to go for. And to me, it was the most striking of the covers. And this is the variant Ivy Granoff and Turk Hall's Infinity cover. Really striking. And again, this is a really nice copy. I think this was the only copy in the shop, so got lucky. Really is swings and roundabouts. I mean, people look at me like because I'm looking through all the books, but I'm not. I've just refused to pay for them if they're nicked or colour rub. You know, so many books with colour rubs, ridiculous. So that's first Requiem in Infinity Countdown 4. I think it might be a first appearance of another character as well, but I've not read it yet, so I can't update you on that. A few of the back issues. This is an upgrade for me. This character is in one of my encyclopedias, so of course I have to hunt it down. This is X-Force number 51. Pick this up from Morehouse as well. X-Force 51. And this is the first appearance of a character called Risk. Or Risque. And this is Gloria Dolores Munoz. This is the deluxe edition. It's got a couple of ticks, so it ain't that deluxe, but it's an upgrade. Shout out to your buddy Gio here. He recently entered my 200 subscriber contest and really spoke in depth about his love for Dark Horse comics. One of the best videos I've seen in some time. Yeah, his passion for Dark Horse is really, really good. If you get a chance to view that video, check him out, your buddy Gio. The guy's approaching 200 subs. Please try and get him there. He is one of the nicest guys on YouTube. He generally is. He also sent recently a random act of kindness to a Geeky GMT, I believe. And that was a fantastic video. I watched that last night. And two really good guys just bonding over comics. Brilliant. But back to this one. And like I said, Dark Horse Comics. A couple of weeks ago, I picked up the first appearance of Barbed Wire. Now, it was in a comic run called The Comics Greatest World. And that was a pretty good book to pick up for £1. There ain't a lot of value in a lot of these books, but this is, if there is a character that continues with its own series, I generally tend to look it up. And this was there. And this is Comics Greatest World number 3. And this is the first appearance of Ghost. I told you, Gio, I'd look this one up, didn't I? It was still there in the shop. Because I'm one of the only guys who ever looks at the comics, I believe, in the Morehouse. I picked up some good ones from them over the months. And this is the first, like I said, first appearance of Ghost. This is Elisa Cameron. And she had 2 or 3 series, short-lived, about 10 to 20 issues, I believe. So who knows? A lot of these, like, independent titles are now going to television, aren't they? You know, they're all jumping on the bandwagon. Image Comics are getting some out there. Boom Studios have got some coming out, I believe. Yeah, it's an abundance. So Dark Horse is going to be joining that. In fact, I'm going to show you a Dark Horse character in a little bit. Actually, right now, a little bit. Okay, last week on Dazzie's News Round, I spoke about a book to look out for. And that is because coming to the Sci-Fi Channel is... They've ordered the pilot. It's a TV series called Resident Alien. And now Resident Alien has obviously its own title. But I told you that wasn't the first appearance. Now, as soon as I saw this coming out, I jumped on it. So I went straight to eBay and I had a look. And for £3.49, I grabbed this book. Now you look on eBay for this book, you won't get it for less than £40 or £50. That's how the market works, guys. As soon as you hear anything, you jump. Now, it used a stock image, I think, and it said, be prepared, it's going to be you know, it could be in pretty poor condition. Well, I thought, let's go for it. For £3.49, let's have a look. And it's come back, and it's pretty good condition. There's a couple of ticks, but for £3.49, the comic is originally a $7.99 price tag. Dark Horse Presents number 4. Now, what's that got to do with Resident Alien? Well, looking at the cover, nothing at all, is it? But I've looked through it. Now, let's have a look. Now, I think this is volume 2 of Dark Horse Presents. Like I said, now, if you look online, this book is going crazy. Because this series is, by all accounts, coming. Now, if I look through the book, it says, let's have a look. Page 33, skip to 33. Bear with me, guys. Oh, there it is. And look, there it is. The first story of Resident Alien. How cool is that? And how many pages is it? Well, yeah, it goes on. It's probably like a chapter. Wow, it does go on. I would say 6 to 10 pages there. So look out for that book, guys. If you see it in your shops, and it's like a prestige format. It's a thick book, but I think it's one to grab. I really do. Dark Horse Presents issue number 4. Okay, Resident Alien first appearance. Okay, now 2 books to go, but they're good ones, and then I'm going to show you a few others from my collection. I'd go to see my friend Lee, as always. Now, as I showed off a huge haul, I think it was on Wednesday night, I knew I wasn't going to have too many books, but I wanted to grab one to show off that was going to hopefully impress you guys a little bit. Now, I've gone to the new Gloucester Antique Centre where my good friend Lee Kendrick is there. Also subscribed to me. And I said, I got 10 quid to spend, mate. You know, what can we do? And he always works with me. He's a great guy like that. And this was a comic I've had my eye on for some time. Again, it's a character in my encyclopedia. And again, in 9/8 material, this is a $200 comic, easily. Plus, probably. It's just ending Silver Age, entering into Bronze. And it's a good character. It's the first appearance. Well, let me tell you the comic first and see if you know it. It's the Invincible Iron Man from the first series, issue 54. Okay, and by saying that, you're probably going to know it. There we go. Ta-da! That is a fantastic Gil King cover, I believe. Yeah. And obviously Namor against Iron Man. Now, the reason I picked this up, he had it for 20. I said, well, can you work with me? For you, I'll give it a tenner. Fantastic guy. Thanks, Lee. Now, this is the first appearance of Madam McEvil, who is Heather Douglas. Heather Douglas, you say. Who's Heather Douglas? Well, Heather Douglas is Moondragon. Moondragon, guys. This is a character who's appeared in animated form, I believe, and some games in previous. And who knows? Maybe at some point will appear down the line, whether it be MCU, maybe a TV show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be ideal. Now, like I say, she is Madam McEvil in this. Later, in another series of Daredevil, and I think it's issue 105, she officially becomes Moondragon. But Heather Douglas, this is widely regarded on eBay, on Comic Book Realm, as Moondragon's first appearance. It's a pence copy yet, but it's pretty sweet. There's a couple of ticks, but nothing too major. Nothing too major at all, guys. I'm delighted for that, because copies in this grade, and I'd say it's probably a 4.5, 5. Yeah, it's mid-grade. Cheapest I've seen going for is 25 to 30. You know, so I think I got a bargain there. Bit of a steal. Delighted with that book. On to the final purchase. I was hoping, I've ordered another book actually, which has got a lot of movie spec, and I was hoping it'd be here. It might even turn up in an hour or so. But it hasn't arrived as yet, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. But I did order another book. Again, movie spec, and this is big movie spec. Now, I've talked about the Fourth World in great depth. And I have quite a run of these. This book you won't get for less than 40 odd quid now. Most are going between, and that's pretty ratty. I think 3 grades and 4 grades are going for like 40 quid. So you're gonna have to pay for this book now. Now, a couple of years ago, I passed on it for about $9.99. Again, that was probably about a 4 grade, and I kind of regret that. But this is okay. I mean, the guy I bought. This is the same guy I believe I bought my first Silver Age Solomon Grundy from, Showcase 55, and I've been following him. I think it was, I can't remember the name. Some elephant. So the eBay seller was something elephant anyway, and he's been selling loads and loads of quality silver and bronze, absolute bargains if you know what you're looking for. And this one, when I saw the copy, I saw the back cover, I saw the front cover, and it was dirty. It was filthy. The back cover, well, you could hardly see. It was that dirty and muddy. And the front cover was a bit grimy too. But, well, I've cleaned it up, you know. I like a project, as you know. Now, I've paid for this book, let's let me see, £22.95. Now, I grade this book at about a 3. On a good day, 3.5. Could be a 2.5. It's in that sort of grade, but it presents really well. Now, it's got an issue, and the issue is on the back cover. Let's have a look at the book first. Now, it's a big book. DC have just announced that it's coming. It's in development. They've got script writers, and that book is New Gods #1. Delighted to finally get that one, guys. It's got so many first appearances, and it is a massive key. It's a key issue. Obviously, there's a lot of Jack Kirby goodness, and I love a bit of Jack Kirby goodness. What more can I tell you about it? Well, obviously, it's the first appearance of the New Gods team, and this is going to be the base of the film. It's also the first appearance of Highfather. It was Izijah the Inheritor. It's got the first appearance of Kalibak. It's got the first appearance of Light Ray, who was Solace. It's got the first appearance of Metron, one of the major ones. It's got the first appearance of Orion. And as well as those characters, there's also the first appearance of the planet Apocalypse, where Darkseid is from, and of New Genesis. It's the first appearance of the Source Wall, which I'm sure will be in the movie. And it's the fourth overall appearance of Darkseid, but his second full appearance. So what a fantastic key issue that is. You can't go wrong with that one, can you? Now, here's the issues. Now look, the front cover is sweet. I can't really have any complaints with it. Sorry about that glare, guys. Now, here's the issue. Like I said, when I picked the book up, don't get me wrong, it's on the staples, securely on the staples. It's got the a print and stamp there, but again, that doesn't detract from the grade from what I've been looking at. Front cover, pretty nice. Now, the back cover, like I said, was absolutely filthy. I cleaned it up as best as I could. There you go. Now, here's the issue. You can see it glaringly up here. Now, there's a little nick out of here. I can live with it. For what I paid, I can live with it. Now, the guy, fair enough, I knew about it when I purchased it. There's a bit of sellotape. See, there's a massive rip that goes down to about there. The guy thought it would be better to tape it. I'm not sure. I don't try and take it off, I don't think. And I usually remove stickers and tape. But I'm happy, I can live with it. Like I say, the back cover isn't that bad now. That was basically black with dirt. Get the old eraser on it, and it presents all right. So I'm delighted with that book, guys. Like I say, the fourth world is going to be massive. You know, don't get me wrong, DC have had a lot of hit and misses for me. Like we had Wonder Woman, which was fantastic. I personally like Batman versus Superman, but it had its detractors. I enjoyed Man of Steel. Again, it had its detractors. Suicide Squad I wasn't the biggest fan of, but not the worst movie in the world. You know, and Justice League I enjoyed. Are they as good as Marvel? No, they're not as good as Marvel, are they? But I think, you know, Marvel are now branching out, and they're obviously going with the Eternals. This is DC's version, and done right, this could be as good. Because the Fourth World is a fantastic series. So, let's have a look at some of them. Now, this is the rest of my New Gods collection. Now, like I say, I know a guy called Tony, who's a nice guy. He's come around my house before and brought me comics at Steele's, you know, and I've told him, why don't you eBay them? But he didn't want the hassle. He sells a lot of really good books, basically the Kirby, and I've had loads of him over the last year or so, including this one. And these books, when I picked off Tony, were £1.31 each. So as well as New Gods number 1, I've got New Gods number 2. New Gods number 2. And these are all mid-grade. They're not ratty by any means. And that's the first appearance of Deep Six. And that's Darkseid's elite team. And it's also the first appearance of Brawler. That's New Gods number 2. That's probably a 5 grade. This is a character who's going to have a big future, I think, in the New Gods. This is the first appearance of Black Racer in New Gods number 3. Again, £1.31. It's got a corner crease. Let me see. There. But I've cleaned them up. Again, they were grimy. I've cleaned them up. They present nicely. Moving on, we got New Gods number 4. And this is the first appearance of Isak. Again, presents pretty well. It's got issues on the back cover, this one. New Gods number 4. Wonder if you can tell what the issue is with this one. This is New Gods number 5. This is the first appearance of another character who's going to have a big future, I think, of Fastback. And also the first appearance of Slig. Now, obviously, we got some writing on there. But again, besides that writing, guys, pretty impressive. Now, the one I'm missing is New Gods 6 from the early ones. But I've got the big boy. I've got the next one, which was a fantastic, one of my best stealth buys, this, really, I suppose. £1.31. And this is a good condition book. New Gods number 7. First appearance of the villain from Justice League movie. Again, he had his detractors. I quite enjoyed the character. And that was the first appearance of Steppenwolf. Love these books. Some of my favourites in my collection. You can't go wrong with Jack Kirby art, can you? And this is, as well as first appearance of Steppenwolf, it's the first appearance of Hegra. And the first appearance and death of Avia. And it's also the origin of the New Gods. And the origin of Orion. So that's a major book in the New Gods. Again, on Comic Book Realm, I think it's a $150 book. eBay, you're going to do well in that condition. I mean, it's an 80 quid book. It's got to be 80 plus. But they're not leaving my collection because I love them. Of course, then we got New Gods number 8. And No first appearance in this one, but it's just a really solid cover. That's New Gods, number 8. Again, at £1.31, guys. Crazy prices. Okay, and these are a couple of books from a bit later, but I picked these up on eBay prior. So now titled Return of the New Gods, but it's still the first series, and this is number 12. And this is the first appearance of Jezebel. And then we move on. The last one in my collection so far of New Gods. And I do intend to one day complete this run, because it's a short-lived run. And this is number 13. And this is the first appearance of Gargon, who is from Apocalypse. So that's my New Gods run, guys. And like I said, the Fourth World. Let's keep showing some books. Now there were 3. There was a trilogy of 3 series that made the Fourth World. And this is the second of those. The big money book is obviously Forever People, number 1. With Darkseid. I think is it second appearance and first on the cover? I could be mistaken. But this is number 2. And again, a bit of an issue with this one. But again, I've picked it up for a steal. Just that corner presents pretty nicely other than that. And this is the first appearance of Dazzie, who's going to have a big future, I think. And Mantis, who is Mandy Celestine. So, like I said, there were 3 series. And they made up the Fourth World by Jack Kirby. Look out for these books, guys. Please do that. This is number 3, Forever People. Bit better grade, this one. And this is the first appearance of Glorious Godfrey and the Justifiers team. So if that New Gods film is a success, it's probably 50-50 at the moment whether it will be. I think it's being made by the female director of Wrinkle in Time. These are a success. This is something that could really have, like, you know, like a series of films. Number 4. Again, pretty decent grade. Maybe a 5. First appearance of Sunny Sumo. And there's a Sandman backup story by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, which was reprinted in Adventure Comics 85. I'm the master of useless facts, really. And this is my final one of the Forever People. This is another good one. And this is number 5. So I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just got to get that one. And I will get it at some point. This is the first appearance of Lonar. This is probably my highest graded book. And the second appearance of Sunny Sumo. Clean. Pretty clean. Love cleaning up these books. It's how I relax. Give me a good silver and bronze age book with a bit of an issue, and I'm all over it. So, like I said, we've got New Gods, we've got Forever People. Sorry, this video is dragging a little bit, but I'm trying to get through it. And we've got the series of Mr. Miracle. Yeah, there he is. Mr. Miracle number 1. Any New Gods film is going to probably have this character. This book is crazily hot right now. Do well to get it for under 60 quid, I would have thought. And that's even lowish grade. I mean, mine's not great. It's probably a 4 to 4.5. I paid 25 quid for this sometime last year, towards the end of last year. And of course, his first appearance of Mr. Miracle, which is Scott Frey. And the first appearance in the death of the previous Mr. Miracle, Thaddeus Brown. First appearance of Oberon. And the first appearance of Steel Hand. One of my favourite books again. This is a really nice copy. I jumped on this as soon as I heard the new Gods film was coming out, and I picked this up really recently, actually. This is the first appearance of Granny Goodness, who appeared in the Smallville TV show, actually, and I'm pretty sure she'll appear in some form. It's probably about 7.5, maybe even an 8. Paid $16.99 for this, and this is also the first cameo appearance of Dr. Bedlam, second appearance of Mr. Miracle, and the second appearance of Oberon. Good book, guys. Mr. Miracle number 2. Now, what would Mr. Miracle series be without this character? I haven't got Mr. Miracle 3, but I will get it. But I have got this one. Really, really hot book at the moment. The first appearance in Mr. Miracle number 4, a Big Barda. Lovely book. Paid. This is probably about it's a mid-grade again, 4.5. I only paid £6.43 for this. You'll do well to get this book now for probably under 40-50 quid. Big Barda's going to have a big future, trust me. We got Mr. Miracle number 5. Picked this up just in the week. And this is the first appearance of Vermin Wunderbar. And the second appearance of Big Barda. 5 quid. Steal. We got Mr. Miracle number 6. Again from the week. First appearance of the female Furious team. Bernadette, Lashina, Mad Harriet and Stomper. They all appeared in the Smallville TV show. And it's also the first appearance of Funky Flashman. I've got Mr. Miracle 7. This one's a bit rattier. One of the first books I picked up, actually, from the Fourth World. And this is the first appearance of Kanto and Lump. We're skipping a few issues now. We're going on to 22. I picked these up for $1.31 from that man Tony again. No significance, but they're a nice grade. That's probably an 8. 8 plus. I got number 23. Number 24. A little unusual. It's got a pence variant, this one. This is the first appearance of Elena Hubbard, Ida Hubbard, and Rex Hubbard. And finally, the final issue of the series. Now, if you can see, this is number 25. This one had a sticker on it that had been there probably 35, 40 years. It was a beast to get off. I had the hairdryer on it last night and I was giving it some for a couple of minutes and it came off. And it was right there. You can see there's a bit of a mark there, but this sticker was big and it was white and ugly and it had to go. So I'm quite happy with what I achieved, really. And this is due to the DC implosion. This series was abruptly cancelled. The conclusion to this storyline was never published. So that's pretty. I would have thought that's a sought after book. That's the last one of Mr. Miracle. Okay, guys. Oh, what shall we got on today? Oh, it's Green Arrow, my favourite DC character. Arrow's really picked up. Really enjoyed the last. Since Richard Dragon's been the villain, you know, he was in the back. He was like a secondary villain. And as soon as they killed off that lame lead villain from the series of season 6, it's been brilliant. It's been back to, like, for me, Arrow season 1 and 2. And of course, somebody's just died. I'm a bit sad about that. Okay, we're on to Dazzie's news round. Sorry, guys. Let's speed up. Okay, New Warriors is in production, but they're looking for a channel. It's definitely coming. That's a TV series. Squirrel Girl and all the gang. Agent Carter isn't officially dead yet as well. If they find the channel for New Warriors, Agent Carter might come back. I'm not sure about that. You know, I've got seasons 1 and 2. It's a bit of a slow watch. As well as Agent Carter returning, it's been announced that another one could be returning, and possibly the worst Marvel TV show I've ever seen. Worse than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for me. Inhumans. They're not dead yet. You know, it's been said that although this series was cancelled, they could come back in cameo form, possibly in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Defenders 2, that is not going to happen for some time. They're concentrating on individual shows. I don't know whether you've seen the latest Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse animated Spider-Man movie that's coming out on December the 14th. The villain's been announced. It's Kingpin. Yeah, cool. And really excited for this character. Going to make her big screen debut, Spider-Gwen. She's coming. I need to get that book sometime. The Daredevil showrunner, actually, he wants to make a Moon Knight TV series. Of course, I just bought Werewolf 32, Werewolf by Night. I'm hoping it goes to the MCU because I don't think the value's going to really increase for that. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think Kevin Feige's got plans for Moon Knight. I'm hoping. Jared Leto is getting his own Joker movie. Again, not sure how I feel about that. There's 2 Joker films coming. The other, which is bizarre, because they're having an origin one, apparently, starring Joaquin Phoenix. And Martin Scorsese is going to direct that one. That could be interesting. But why have 2 different Jokers is baffling. There's also a Birds of Prey movie coming. So look out for that book. Because the first appearance is in Birds of Prey and Oracle, I believe. That's the first appearance of the Birds of Prey team. And that film is going to include Black Canary, apparently. And the villain is going to be Penguin. So keeping the birds theme. Kenyon Lonsdale confirms he is leaving the Kid Flash character from the CW. I'm not disappointed by that, because he is one of the weaker characters for me. I met him and got his autograph, and there was nobody queuing for his autograph. So that pretty much says it all. He was on Legends of Tomorrow, so he was probably better suited to that. But we don't need too many speedsters, I don't think. Incredibles 2, that's on its way. That could be good fun for the family. It's the most pre-booked animated film in history, I believe. MGM have got an Addams Family animated movie coming out, and the cast includes Oscar Isaac and Charlize Theron. There's a new trailer for Voltron Legendary Defender Season 6. Never seen the show, but I guess it's pretty big in the States. Peter Jackson's Mortal Engines trailer is hit. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks okay. There's a few other good trailers come out this week, but I'm not seeing them yet, really. Lego Movie 2, of course, that could be good. Bumblebee. Maybe my favourite Transformer. So we'll see where it goes. But then they're okay. Wreck-It Ralph. I did see that trailer. Looks good. Stormtroopers. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is filming and will start filming in January of 2019. Wonder Woman 2 is going by the title of Wonder Woman 84 in production. So is that the film is going to be set in the 80s? Of course, Cheetah is going to be the main villain. Yeah, so that could be interesting. Set in the 80s. Never know. 1984 by all accounts. James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy could well direct a DC film in the future. That could be interesting. Sony's Silver and Blade movie, that's back into development, which I'm a bit sad about because I picked up Silver Sable because of that film, the first Silver Sable, Amazing Spider-Man 265. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's have a look. What else have I got? That's it. That's Dazzie's news round complete. Sorted. Okay. Finally, I've got just 6 days left of my 200 subscriber competition, which ends on June the 14th. I've got 15 pretty decent books I'm giving away. I've got 257 subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you, for following. If you guys are watching this, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, press the bell, get it going. I've got 15 entries so far. I'm going to quickly run through them. Rogue 121. Funkoff, JPL Flash Comics Geekdom, Don the Doctor, Spectacular Spider Grandpa, Matilda Gothica, Metarog, Geeky GMT, Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknacks, Geeky Pete, Comics Addiction, Rayman the Silencer Man, Your Buddy Geo, Brian the Collector of All, and C. Woodard 19. Thank you guys, all of you, for entering. As Ethan calls it, the Vase of Doom will be out again soon. Okay, fine. Oh, here's the sponsors. We got Green Lantern, we got Wonder Woman, we got Rocket, we got Star-Lord. Finally, I'm going to show you some books. Some that I've pre-ordered myself. These are some good ones. out there, others to look out for. This is a stunning Flash 52, and this is coming from Delotto instead of Mattina. Flash 52, really like that. That's one for the PC, I think. What else we got? Oh, this is a cool one. But what a bizarre looking villain. Now this is going to be appearing in the Justice League Dark #1 out on the 25th of July. And this is the first appearance of the Upside Down Man. Look at that. What is that all about? He's got a heart for a mouth. Mental. Oh, I'll grab it. We like first appearances. This is a pretty cool one. This is one of my favourite artists, Ben Oliver. And this is Nightwing 46, the variant cover. Nightwing 46B, guys. Look at that. That's another one for the PC, I think. Stunning. Joshua Middleton and Ben Oliver, fantastic. Don't forget to get that Batgirl 24, guys. Joshua Middleton cover. This is a book I think could really do well later on down the line. And this is that low printed Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And this is number 32. And the reason is, this is the first appearance of Kingpin's daughter, Princess Fisk. Wow. Kingpin's a major player, so his daughter's going to be around to stay, I think. Moon Girl 32. I have pre-ordered mine. Get on it, guys. Low print run too. Of course, everyone's probably knows about this one, but I've ordered it. This is out on the 7th, I believe. No, the 4th. The 4th of July. And this is that stunning art germ cover for Catwoman 1. I pre-ordered mine. This is another stunning... this is a stunning Batman 50 variant cover. This is a Midtown exclusive. Yeah. I jump on this, guys. Look at that. I can't get it over here, but in the States, that is a beauty. What else have I got? Spoke big about Crush is coming. Lobo's daughter. First cameo appearance, I believe, is going to be in the Teen Titans special. So look out for that book. And first full appearance, I believe, is Teen Titans 20. Look out for that cover. There she is. Is that it? Oh, big book coming out this week. There's going to be lots of it about those, so it's not going to be really too much spec. But there is a Netflix series coming, guys. Look out for it. It's called, from Image Comics, Magic Order. You can see the trailer already. I think it's an animated one. Is that me done? Oh, and finally, I've shown previous Champions 19, Champions 20. This is Champions 21. And this is the first appearance of Snowguard in costume. Whew. Not many books. It's a long video. Really apologise, but thank you so much. Bye-bye.